Hey guys, what's up? It's Mike again. I'm here with another review. So today's Thursday, as I'm recording this video, it's Thursday. And Spider Island is officially over. So I'm gonna be doing a review of the entire Spider Island arc, and once Fear Itself is officially over, with Fear Itself 7.3 being the last issue, I'll do a Fear Itself type review. So basically, I'm gonna be starting off with first background information, and then I'll be doing the prelude or the prologue issue of Spider Island, and then I'll be doing the entire arc in, like, I think chunks. I haven't decided how big, either two more videos or three. I'll probably save the epilogue for the last for a single review by itself. So just some background info on what's been happening to the Amazing Spider-Man. Dan Slott, who has had experience writing, I mean, for those who don't know, Spider-Man, his life has been relatively uprooted and changed throughout the last couple of years. He's no longer married to Mary Jane Watson. They've been married for a long time, but those events were retconned during One More Day and Brand New Day. Not only that, he's gone through ups and downs in his life. He no longer works at the Daily Bugle. He was fired. I forget why. I think it was because of some photographs he doctored or something silly like that. But so Peter Parker's had some real bad times in his life at the moment. But when Dan Slott takes over the books in issue 648, I believe, he turns that all around. Peter Parker gets a new job at Horizons Labs. He's making money doing what he does, and Dan Slott has brought some science into the book and brought back Peter to his roots, which is he was a child genius. He built his web shooters when he was a kid. He studies genetics. He knows how to build things. He's a scientist at heart, and which is a really good thing about this Amazing Spider-Man run, which many consider, and I consider, to be probably the best Spider-Man in a while, like, that I've read. And Dan Slott does a great job, and he works with a couple different artists. Okay. Well, like, there's a rotating team of artists that work, artists with an S at the end, artists that work with him. One is Humberto Ramos, another is Stefano Caselli, and another one is Kamukoli, and I don't remember Kamukoli's first name. But yeah, so there's a rotating team of artists who each bring their own style to the Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man, and a lot of things, like, and their style, I mean, it fits with what arc is happening. So not only that, so other than Spider-Man having a job and no longer having money problems, he has a new girlfriend, a cop, Carly Cooper. He's still friends with Mary Jane. Like, don't get me wrong. But he's dating a new person. He's on the Avengers, like, officially. He's on two different Avengers teams. The New Avengers, led by Luke Cage, the New Avengers, and the regular Avengers, led by Maria Hill and Iron Man and Thor and all those guys. And he's on the FF. Like, he took Johnny Storm's place after the death of Johnny Storm. And I'll have some more news at the end of the video. So yeah, so that's basically it. Spider-Man has had some ups and downs, but now he's at a high point in his life. Hence why this run has been called Big Time. Like, I don't know if you guys have gone on browse YouTube videos, but if you go to Marvel and you type in Big Time, they have a promo for Dan Slott's first issue of his Big Time run, which is actually a really good, like, promo. The art's done by Humberto Ramos. They talk a lot. They introduce a new villain, the new Hobgoblin, so on and so forth. So we're gonna start off with the Amazing Spider-Man 666. I know that's an ominous number. I actually have two different versions of it. I have the normal Spider Island version. So Spider Island, there's a hashtag Spider Island somewhere right there. And I have this Midtown Comics variant signed by Dan Slott, Joe Caramagna, he's the letterer, and Fred Van Lent, he's a writer for, he was working on the Hercules series with Greg Pak, and I think he was doing Alpha Flight too. So the issue starts off with a recap of basically Spider-Man for those who haven't, who are new to the series. Like, how Marvel does their thing of they love their recap pages. So it starts off Peter Parker's in Spider-Man for X amount of time. Um, he's working. He's on 2 teams now. Not only that, he has a girlfriend. He has new costumes that he's built. One is a stealth suit that renders him invisible unless you're wearing certain glasses, and it also cancels sound waves. And he has a bulletproof suit, sort of like Armored Spider-Man, but a little better. Um, Not only that, Aunt May is moving out of the city. She's going to Boston, which hurts so much. So it starts off with Spidey going through the sky, web swinging through the city. In this issue, the creative team is Dan Slott and Stefano Caselli. So the art style is very, it's not too zany, which we'll see later on, but it's very, very like realistic. Like people are proportionate and things like that. So Spider-Man is webbing around, like going around town, and he stops a crime. He does his thing. He keeps going, and this is probably like one of the best moments in the issue, where the cops, they see him and they're like, Spider-Man, he's been helping, like he's been doing a great job cutting down crime, and people that he helped, they appreciate it too. They're like, oh, Spidey, you do great things. He's being appreciated for all like the effort and the time he puts into this. He sweats and like bleeds for these people, and he's being appreciated for it. There are always those people that hate Spider-Man. So after that, he gets another crime. So he hears another crime. So when he arrives there, it's Maury Bench, his Hydro Man, doing his thing. And he, as Spider-Man, apparently is prepared for this at all times. So when he shows up, it's you see Gravity, the current Spider-Girl, and Firestar getting their asses whooped. They're getting whooped up on. Spider-Man swoops in, saves the day, freezes Maury Bench immediately, and it's just like, oh, I'm getting another call. You guys take care of him. And there's some nice quips that Dan Slott puts into this. Gravity's like, yo, we're just babysitters, and Firestar says, no, we're Spidey's amazing friends, which I liked a lot. For guys who don't know, Firestar was created on the show Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. So anyway, he goes, where does he run off to? Oh, he runs off to his job at Horizon Labs, where he shows off his new invention, which allows him to flash freeze living organisms and then unfreeze them and they're still alive. And this is what he does. He uses his mind to create these inventions that he uses as Spider-Man, but also at the same time has practical applications in the real world. So after that, he calls his he talks to his girlfriend, who is Carly Cooper. She's a cop. She's a forensic, I think, scientist, something like that. And she's at the crime scene he just left. And these guys he's webbed up escape from their webbing. They bust out, and everyone's surprised because this webbing, Spider-Man's webbing, is known to be super strong. It can hold, like, the Rhino, for example, who is a big, strong guy. One of Spider-Man's classic villains. So after that, she, like, clotheslines the dude, and she's a thin girl, so everyone's surprised at, like, what the hell is happening. We move on. You see Spidey with the Fantastic Four, the Future Foundation, with the Thing and Mr. Fantastic, and Sue Storm is taking the kids of the Future Foundation to Atlantis for a summer vacation or summer like project or something silly like that. So Spidey and Ben Grimm goes to Avengers Mansion, and Ben Grimm hits on, like, asks Spidey to try to hook him up with MJ, which is actually I think was nice. This is all just like leading up. So as we go on, it ends up Spider-Man going to leaving the Avengers Mansion. He has to go home, so he goes to meet with Carly, and he has to take Aunt May to the airport, because she's going to Boston. But apparently some big news that Carly has to tell him. And afterwards, you see the Jackal, who is Dr. Miles Warren, who's a big Spider-Man villain, who is working with some woman, or like some woman in the background, and they have taken Kane, Spider-Man's recently thought to be deceased clone, and turned him into a giant spider monster. And they captured someone else and have turned him into a spider monster. And basically, throughout that entire meeting, you see people have spider powers. People are clinging to walls. People are webbing around town, and the issue ends with a whole bunch of people just spinning webs, like flying through the sky. And not only that, it's people in the hospital are like their eyes work in the dark no matter what. They're sticking to things. Webbing is shooting out out of their bodies. They have organic web shooters, and they're just clinging to the ceiling and like shenanigans like that. So the issue ends with like an ominous warning that Spider Island is happening. And I felt like this was a great issue to start off with. Spider Island there was a lead up to Spider Island, but this was a great way to start off Spider Island, like showing off Spider-Man as he is, doing his crime fighting thing and being smart. And not only that, but the art was very serious, which was a good thing. Like this prologue, like if they use a different artist, if Humberto Ramos did the prologue, I don't think I would enjoy it as much, because his artwork doesn't really fit for this tone of this book. This book was very serious, which I liked. So as for the storyline, basic prologue was very good. Not much to complain about. There's a lot of dialogue, which is a good thing. I like that. I like Dan Slott's style. He puts a lot of dialogue into his book because he likes it that if he wants the book to be worth the money you buy. Like he said this before, like in interviews, and when like I've gone and talked to the man, he's a very nice man. But anyway, I digress. Very good book, packed full of dialogue, and the dialogue is great. Story is great. Just a general tone. You see so many characters, which I enjoy. I love how Dan Slott has been bringing in like the Avengers, the Fantastic Four, just like general like random heroes out of the woodwork. Shang-Chi. Something else I didn't mention is that Spider-Man lost his spider sense during this run earlier, and he's been learning kung fu from Shang-Chi. So yeah, so he brings Shang-Chi, Madam Web's in this, the new Madam Web, Julia Carpenter. Yeah, so it's Spidey, no spider sense, kung fu, using his smarts, and it's just like what Dan Slott's been bringing to this book is incredible. As for artwork is very good. Caselli's artwork's interesting. I'm not saying I don't like it. Certain characters are drawn well. Certain characters I don't like the way they look. Other than that, the artwork's good though. The first scene where you see Spider-Man, I think his feet are shaped weird, but that's just me. Other than that, the artwork is solid. I like the way he draws Peter outside the suit. Costume-wise, the way he draws Peter's face in the mask is a little weird, but it'll probably get better. It gets better. Like you know how artwork is. Otherwise, yeah, the artwork is great. Tons of characters, tons of detail in the background, and all this. Otherwise, there's not much to say about this book. Dan Slott's run has been great, and I'm gonna be trying to review as much of as I can of Spider Island in the next day or two. I'll probably have the last part up either tonight or tomorrow night. So yeah, I'll be reviewing like the first couple issues. So with Spider Island prologue, or the Prelude, issue number 666, 666. I'm going to be giving out 4 out of 5. This is a great way to start off an arc. A great way to start off a major Marvel arc. And like unlike most Marvel arcs, which, for example, Schism, which I hated with a passion, this is a good way. This had like a great tone. Like it showed a great interaction between Spider-Man and all his friends and like his comrades, and it set a nice stage. It's like, oh, you saw one part of the villain, but you didn't see who's running the show. And Dan Slott has brought the Jackal back, which I thought was a very interesting move. You know, this man has tormented Peter for a long time, and this guy's creepy. And if you guys want, like, I can make a video if you want me to explain Spider-Man's like villains and rogue gallery that we'll see in this book, because it's a lot. These villains have a lot of story behind them, but even if you don't know who they are, you know, just reading the book like this, Prelude will get you introduced to them. So as for this book, as I said, I'm giving it a 4 out of 5. Great book, great way to start off. You guys should pick it up. They still have this is a great way to start arc. It's probably one of the I was very pleased with how Spider Island turned out. And if you guys are reading it, I hope tell me your opinion. And if you guys aren't reading it, you know, just give it a try. You know, you never know if you'll like it or not. So that's it for my review. I have some other silly things I want to discuss about my reviews. Fear itself isn't officially over for two more weeks or 2 more months, something like that. So until Fear itself is over, I won't be doing a review. And there's something pertinent that I want to discuss, but I totally blanked out on it. The announcement of the new Fantastic Four series starting back up, Fantastic Four 600, going alongside with FF, the Future Foundation. Both are going to be written by Jonathan Hickman. If 600 is good, I'll pick it up and I'll review it. If not, I buy FF. I want to review it, but the arc has been the story has been like killing me. Like, it's been dragging on. Personally, I don't like Black Bolt. That's the whole reason. Well, other than that, thanks for watching, guys. Leave a comment, leave a message, do your thing, and you know, enjoy your books if you pick some up. If you don't, I hope this influences you to go buy some books and start reading. And you know, all right, thanks for watching. Enjoy.